You can spend years working on yourself, learning, growing, becoming. And then when life starts opening for you, you hold yourself back. You dim your light. Not because you're not capable or you doubt yourself, but because being fully seen feels wrong for you. Being visible is not safe. You feel guilty for taking up space and putting yourself out there. And so, why do you still hold yourself back when you start to shine? Let's talk about that. Hey love, I am so happy that you're here. If you're new to this podcast, this is exactly the place where we unlearn all the ways that the world taught us to shrink, dim, doubt, and disappear. And so in episode 1, we talked about how being too nice is often a trauma response. In episode 2, we cracked open how sometimes we hide behind humility and modesty, where in fact we're shrinking. And in this episode, today, we're gonna go a little bit deeper. We're gonna talk about the guilt that you feel when you start shining, because nobody warned you about this. And so pour your tea, get comfortable, and let's get into it. Most of us think that the hardest thing is just to step into your power. You start showing up, you start posting your work, you acknowledge the compliments you receive, you set that boundary. What we don't expect is the wave that comes after. And right when you have started to build momentum, boom, there is that voice inside you that said, who do you think you are? What would people think of you? They would maybe see that you have changed. Be careful, these people are watching. And so I'm talking about that loud voice that makes you question yourself. That feels like it's yours, but actually it's not. That voice that makes you pull back. And you know, that voice is not you. That voice is borrowed. Maybe it comes from that auntie that told you to stay humble. Maybe it belongs to that teacher who praised quiet girls. Or maybe it comes from a culture that told you a good woman is a small woman. Or maybe it comes from a system that handed you a script to stay digestible. That voice is not you, it's borrowed. And so let's name where this comes from, because the more you see it, the less it can run you. Somewhere along the way you have learned that being chosen meant that someone else was being rejected. That standing out got you cut down. Maybe a cousin or a member of family, a brother, got jealous of you because you were getting more praises. Maybe your friend disappeared the moment you start doing well. Or maybe your parents said to you so many times, oh, this is such a shame, don't show off like this, don't do this, that it carved itself into your bones. And so we learned the math. Shining equals danger. Shining equals losing people. Shining means being rejected. Shining equals loneliness. Shining equals being lonely. Shining equals unsafe. In your brain, something says like, if I shine, something bad will happen. If I take more place, I will betray others and then I'll be rejected. And so this usually comes from early conditioning, like don't be too much, don't outshine people. It comes from loyalty patterns to your friends, to your family, to maybe that auntie, to, And then also it comes from your nervous system wiring, how your brain interpreted all these signs. And in response to this, we have created a beautifully complicated armor. For example, we apologize for our wins. We minimize ourselves. We deflect all the compliments by saying, I don't even know how it happens. Honestly, everybody could have done that. I was just lucky. And so when I talk about this, I talk about how I also have been conditioned. Like I have learned to be the woman that is gifted, but never threatening. I have learned to be the woman that is capable but never confident enough. Until I have asked myself, am I sabotaging myself? Until I have realized that our nervous system is not trying to sabotage us, but is trying to protect us. It thinks that shining is dangerous because you have learned this along the way, and so it floods your body with guilt every time you start to show off, and so you feel so guilty as a protection. And here's the reframe I want you to take with you today. Put it somewhere you can see it so you remember that. Guilt is often a loyalty contract. It's a loyalty contract to the version of you that everybody around you was comfortable with. Maybe it's a loyalty contract to the people you know that never made it out. To maybe your mother who didn't pursue her dreams. To maybe that sister who shrinks. To that best friend or that person you know that gave up on her project, her dreams. And when you're the one who starts to shine, you break that contract. And your body interprets that as betrayal. So it sends you guilt, not because you have done something wrong, but because you have done something new. Your guilt is a sign that you are breaking a pattern that goes for generations. It's a survivor's guilt. Let that sit for a second. That guilt is the old version of you saying goodbye. And so what do you do when that guilt shows up again? Because it will. The next time you're gonna create momentum, the next time you're gonna progress or make an impact or being visible, taking up too much space, you're gonna feel guilty again. And here's how I want you to handle it. First, name it out loud. Say, this is the guilt of becoming, not the guilt of having done something wrong. And you're going to be able to see the difference between both, because the guilt of doing something wrong invites you to realign with yourself, right? The guilt of becoming tells you, okay, keep moving, keep heading to where you want to go, keep progressing. And that's the difference. The second thing I want you to do is anchor in your why. What is your intention here? Remind yourself about that intention. What drew you to doing this, to creating this project, to maybe launching this page or making yourself visible? What is your intention here? What purpose does it serve? Who are you helping? Who are you serving? Whose life gets bigger because yours does? Because the truth is, you shining is not something you do alone. It's not a private event. You shining is a permission slip. You growing shows the possibility to other women who are hiding. You shining is a role model for that little girl who's watching you and learning how to be a woman. Your audacity losing something in their chest. Think about that permission slip and how impactful it is when you put yourself out there, how much it inspires others to do the same. It creates a way for them. And the third thing, I want you to write your permission slip. For example, mine sounds like, I'm allowed to be the first woman in my bloodline to do this, the first one in my friend group, the first one in my family, the first one, full stop, the first one in this industry. You're allowed to be the first, even if it feels lonely. You're allowed to create that, even if no one has done it in your family or in your environment, in your friends group, whatsoever. You're allowed to be the first. And so give yourself that permission slip, being the first. And the fourth one, and this one is the most difficult, is stop pre-apologizing for your wins. Stop disclaiming your compliments just so that you keep others comfortable. Just say the thing. I got the offer. I sold out. I bought the house. I'm proud of myself. I'm amazing. I'm a badass. Actually, I'm really a badass. No one can do it like me. Full sentence. Full stop. No more softening. And what's surprising in all of that is that the world will adjust to your size. I want you to live with this today. Honestly, for too long, I believed that my shrinking is a kind of generosity. That if I make myself smaller, others will feel bigger. That if I stay quiet, others will feel safer. That if I don't shine too brightly, no one in the room will feel insecure. How crazy does that sound? That's insane. If I hear someone say this, I would say, you're born to shine. Literally. It feels illegitimate to hear someone saying this. The people around you don't feel uplifted by your smallness. You shrinking steals something out from the people who love you because they don't get to witness who you truly are. They don't get the masterpiece of who you are. Think about that. Your light gives permission to others. There is a woman in your life right now, even though she doesn't know it yet, that waits for you to go first. So you show her it is safe, it is allowed, it is inspiring, it is relieving. It releases all these years of waiting to gather the courage to be you. To show her that good women, kind women, generous women are also allowed to be brilliant, to be bold, to be big, and to be unapologetically lit up. She's waiting. She's waiting for you. She's waiting for me. She's waiting for all of us. And so you shining is not a threat. It's a service. This is how it's a service for others. Your story can inspire so many women out there. There is no light scarcity in this world. Light multiplies. Light invites. Light gives. And so here's the assignment I want to give you for this week. I want you to do one thing. One thing that scares the version of you that's still playing small. I want you to do the thing. Post the thing. Charge the rate. Send that email. Apply for the role. Express yourself. Express that limit, that boundary. Say it out loud. And then come tag me on Instagram because I want to see you shining unapologetically. If this episode resonated with you, I want you to send it to one woman you know that is about to start something bigger because she needs that permission. Follow Born to Shine wherever you're listening from so you never miss an episode, and leave a 5-star review. It will help this show to reach the woman who needs to hear this. We rise loud, we rise on purpose, and remember, you were never meant to blend in. You were born to shine. See you in the next one.